Howdy folks, and welcome back to my Jedi Knight series on the Jedi Knight storyline. We're going to go ahead and continue today, and we're going to start up with new intelligence. That first step in that is to go ahead and travel to Ord Mantell, which I've already done. You just click on your ship's console. Now that you have a ship! I know, it's awesome, dude. The galaxy is at your disposal. Anyway, you're going to go and click on Ord Mantell, which is right up here in the central area. Boom. It is also the starting area for gunslingers and troopers and such like that. So get used to seeing where that planet is. You're going to have to be there a couple times, you know, if you go through different storylines. Anyway, once you get here, you're going to go ahead and click on the ship's holo terminal, and that'll get you started on the storyline for here. I'm going to go ahead and just pause and spacebar through it. Now once that is done, you're going to go ahead and exit out your ship. According to this story, you're going to be restricted on which characters you can use. However, the good news is that you can keep out, like I've told you before in my last video, I love Kira Carson. I can basically use her as my companion all the way up until the very last second when I have to switch over to T7. But you do need to use T7 for in this quest to hack a computer. So what I recommend, 7, just keep him out, keep using him. If you like Kira Carson, keep her out, but then be ready to make that switch. I have, since the last video was done, I went ahead and buffed up Kira Carson quite a bit, gave her a lot of companion affection, so she's really ready to rock and roll. I also picked up a couple new things, like a new mount, basically like one of the coolest mounts in the game, in my opinion. This is the Corellian Star Drive, Spark. Corellian Star Drive Spark. So if you are interested in that, it is for sale in the GTN. This is a mount that you can get for yourself. I love it. It's Starship inspired, obviously, and if you hit Control Z, it changes the position of the wings. So you can either look like an A-wing, like in the original trilogy, that would be like Return of the Jedi, and the space battles there, or you can hit Control Z and it opens up those wings, in a reverse blade fashion. So it's pretty sick. I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty glad to have it. Right now it's on sale. I'm on the Harbinger. It was on sale for about 2 million credits, which is more than I normally pay for something, but I've wanted this particular ship for a while. There was one that came out earlier called the Star Drive Flash, and that one, the cockpit basically would open up and down. I thought this one was way more sick with the, the open wingspan and everything. I'm going to go ahead and just show that off a little bit more. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, anyway, now that we're on Ord Mantell, you will see that we have a highlight here. If you have quick travel and it's available, I just recommend going ahead and just hitting quick travel. I was showing off my mount. Normally I would just say like, hey, here's what to do. But that is the fastest way over there since it's automatically located on your map. Boom. Here we are, and now I'm just going to go over here and talk to this dude, Agent I was going to say Otaku for just a second. It's Tau, whatever. Oh, yeah. And this is that moment you need T7. So, let's grab him.
If that's what you want.
And I apologize. There's a few moments during this quest that you'll need T7 for. This is one of them. I'm going to go and pause. Alright, and I did that just to... I'll always pause for the cutscenes at this point. Unless you guys tell me otherwise, I will pause so you guys can just see the action. We're going to go up here to the north. Okay? So I'm just going to hop on my speeder and just start driving. Now, actually, I apologize. Not really. If you click on this, there actually is a speeder point that's a lot closer. Just go ahead and take that. That'll be faster. And welcome to Ord Mantell. It's kind of a pit. There's a few planets that kind of look like this with these craggy rock walls and kind of, little almost like valley type inlays that look really destroyed. If you go far enough in the storyline, eventually we'll get there to Zeost. The second part of Zeost looks a lot like this, where it's just these buildings and rock. And it's just kind of, I don't find it the most entertaining set pieces that they have in this game yet. But there's a few really, really good-looking planets. Anyway, to save time, instead of following the roads, because roads are for chumps, which would take you this way, we're actually going to go around the outer edge of this continent. Continent, island, islet, whatever the hell you want to call it, right this way. And this, again, is just kind of a shortcut. There are bad guys here, but it's nothing you can't handle. We are currently leveled down to the planet's max level, which is 12. But we're going to pretty much rip through these guys like tissue paper. I still have T7 out. I'm just going to leave him out for a little bit. Actually, why do that? I'm grabbing Kira. I love Kira, and she's even tougher and stronger. I keep wanting to move in on these guys like I've got Saber Throw. I don't have that yet, though. Oh, Kira's fighting a whole other group over there. I was like, why is she not helping me here? I just switched to her. Yeah, she just chumped that entire group over there by herself. That is a 20 ranked influence companion right there, folks. Now, it's important to note too about companions and companion affection. At early levels, they don't really give you the full benefit of that influence. You'll see here when I click on her that she's got 1,000 presence on her, but for gameplay reasons, she will only do about the same amount of damage I'm doing, more or less. It gets better as you go up through the story, but they basically just don't want to make it so it's so overpowered that it just jacks your complete story experience if she just kills everything for you. However, what I do like is that it makes her feel more like a legitimate companion, especially if you can get up into around the 10 to 20 range. She can go all the way up to 50, but I find at like the 10 to 20 range, she's just strong enough, and this is any companion really, they'll be just strong enough to kind of hang with you, not strong enough to make you feel like you're not the hero anymore. Alright, and now I do need to grab T7, so we're grabbing him. Alright, and he has to slice this console, so kind of a storyline thing. I lied, he's not slicing the console. Okay, I think it's actually, I'm sorry, he's going to be slicing this console. My bad. I'm just going to leave him out for a little bit. I really miss not having my overhead slash move. That's usually the one on my 2 key. That's one kind of negative thing about when you're leveling up a character and you're used to having a max level version of that character, is there's moves that you want to have because you'll get them later that you just don't have at early levels. And I miss them. What can I say? It's like I miss my Saber Throw. The way I usually have my Guardian set up is that I can just chain pull a lot of stuff, so I can literally exit out of combat, and then immediately just jump right into the next guy. And it generates a ton of rage, or I mean, on this side it's focus. And it's just a beautiful thing. It's a fun way to play. I feel like a lot of times the Jedi Knight is probably the most canon character you're going to find in this game. And it feels really great to just be able to just force leap in and, kill stuff in a hurry. Wow, T7 actually pulled off of me because I wasn't through my rotation fast enough. Okay, here we go. I'm pausing for a sec. Okay, so T7 will now slice this little console over here. There he goes. Alright, and now we return to Agent Atau. Fastest way back to him is just to warp back to the Fort Garrick's fast travel point, which is what I recommend to do. Sure, you could run out there and face every guy that you just beat and has now respawned, or you could just skip right all over them and use fast travel. I recommend just using fast travel, guys. This is one of the reasons why when I talked about prepping a character, one of those things was to get a reduced cooldown on fast travel, and it's for moments like this. Alright, I'm going to pause for the cutscene. Okay, once you're done talking to him, the objective is to go back to the orbital station airlock. If you want to save yourself a little bit of a runtime, I mean, it's not much, but this will take you a little bit further south on the map, towards the cantina. I just know if there's somebody out there who's like, in the time that it took you to quick travel over there, you could have speeded over! And, shake their cane at me or something, but I like quick travel options and I love abusing them. God, that just looks awesome. By the way, you're probably going to see me go through several mounts during this series. I don't have tons and tons and tons of mounts, but there's a few mounts that I just think look amazing in this game, and I'll go out of my way to get them. I'm not a mount collector by any means, but a few of the special ones I feel like are worth having. I will probably end up using on this character. Alright, upsy daisy to the orbital station. Yeah, this whole quest goes really, really, really quickly, guys. This is really just an intermediary step and a plot reason to take you from Coruscant to your next planet, which will end up being Terrace. Not every class does this. One of the things that's really interesting about Star Wars The Old Republic is that every class will end up going to a lot of the same places, but you may do it in different ways. Now, here's the reason why we need to have T7 here.
So your master was here all along.
Okay, sorry about that. As soon as you cross this line, that cutscene starts automatically. So, right up ahead of you, your Padawan has been captured. You've got a little bit of a spread of bad guys here. We got 4 weak types and 1 strong type. This is going to be a really easy fight, though. None of these guys have a tremendous amount of health. And T7, even though he's not great, I think I have him already at rank 5. So, anyway, I'm going to talk to this guy. That's going to negate my Force Sleep because I exited out of the conversation. So I won't have the room to jump in on him, but it'll be cool. Anyway, just want to let you guys know the heads up. As soon as you walk through this door, you get that cutscene automatically. And then as soon as that cutscene's done, you're in the middle of a fight.